Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me. My name is Sarah. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve this look using the new Color Surge ShadowSense from SeneGence. These shadows are incredible. They are completely smudge proof. So is that lippy? The best thing about all this makeup that I'm wearing is it's all got skincare in it, anti-aging skincare. So I'm looking after my skin while getting to wear makeup. Give us a thumbs up once you've watched it and comment below and let me know what you think. All right, let's get started. So I'm going to start off with our Silk, which is our primer and pore minimizer. So we're going to give that a go. So this is the only product that you are going to ever apply to your face in a downwards motion. So you want to dot it on and then you go into going down. Now our pores open upwards. So we want to minimize our pores. And by doing that, we're going to place this product and push all our pores down, so in a downwards motion. You can focus just on the areas that you do have large pores, or you can use it all over. So this has got skincare in it, so it is good for your skin as well. And it smells amazing. So that was Silk. So for best results, you want to let your primer sit for a few minutes. So I'm going to let it sit and then we'll come back. All right, so that's been sitting for a little bit. I'm going to next apply our tinted moisturizer. I can't live without this product. It is color correcting, so it takes any redness out of your skin and it can also blur any blemishes or sunspots that you might have. So this is a must have. Now this is a light coverage, so I am going to layer it with a foundation as well, so I can get more of a heavy coverage for today's look. So I do about 3/4 of a pump and I apply it with my hands. So you can do 2 layers of this if you wanted to. If you did want a heavier coverage, you can do 1 layer like this, and then I like to go over with a brush, a second layer. You don't need to use another full pump. It's probably about another half a pump using the makeup brush, and you can get a really nice medium coverage just by layering your tinted moisturizer. Done. It just soaks into the skin. So this is designed on the basis of our daytime moisturizer. Just clean off my lips. So this does not sit on the surface. It will soak into your skin. It's not going to clog your pores because it does have skincare in it, and it stays all day. So it's going to be there all day long. It is sweat proof and water resistant as well. So terracotta blush is what I'm using to cover up my blue circles. Tiny little bit on the brush there. So our blushes are cream to powder. So once they set, they do set into a powder, just like our shadows do as well. So when you are covering up your blue circles, you want to apply the orange directly where the blue is. So it's not like you're not highlighting the area, so you want to just keep it directly over that color that you want to cover. So all our makeup products have skincare in them. It's anti-aging skincare. So if you're using SeneGence skincare and SeneGence makeup, you're getting 24 hours of anti-aging benefits. Pretty amazing, huh? All right, so that is where you would cover up your blue circles, exactly where the blue is, okay? And now we're gonna cover that up. So I'm using Dewy foundation, and all our foundations come in a cool airless pump. Like, this is the best thing ever. Before I got onto SeneGence, I was a Napoleon girl. I love Napoleon foundation, but I always hated when I got down to the end, I'd have to cut the tube open to get, there was so much more product left in there, whereas this, when you get down to your last pump, there's not even enough to do another application. Like, you get every last drop. A little bit onto a brush, and we're gonna go in over the top of our blush there under the eyes. And this is gonna give us a medium to heavy coverage, depending how thick you put it on. Alright, so I'm going to let my base set before we go in with our under eye highlighting. So I'm going to jump straight to the brows. So So angled brush and a spoolie, and you're going to brush your brows up and then fill them in. So I like to use Rustic Brown ShadowSense for my brows. The shadows are completely budge proof. They're incredible. Next, we are going to just carve out those brows. Now, if your brows are not in shape, you can use concealer to cover up the areas that you want to fix up. So this video is filmed during COVID. So my brows need a lot of attention, but we are just going to use makeup to cover them up. So much better. I did forget to mention, before you start your makeup, warm your mascaras and primers up. So I've just got it sitting in behind the back of my knee there, so they'll be nice and warm when it comes time to using them. My next step I like to do is my highlighting under my eyes, and I use a white and light concealer. So these little tubes of concealers, they may look small, but they last a really long time because you don't need much at all. Like a little bit goes a long, long way, just like all our products. So instead of using light, if you did want to save money, you could totally use your foundation or tinted moisturizer to mix in with the white concealer. You're not going to get as thick of a coverage, but it will still tint it a little bit so it's not stark white under your eyes. Mix it together on my ring fingers, and then I apply it in a big U shape. When you are highlighting under your eyes, you do not want to focus your highlight just on your bag area, because it's actually going to emphasize your bags and not hide them. Okay, so what's left on my fingers, I then will use it on the center of my forehead, Cupid's bow, and on my chin. So those are the areas that you want to focus your highlight on. I'm going to take a buffing brush and just buff that out. Blend it right up to my lash line. And if you kind of use a stippling motion, it kind of pushes it into those fine lines you might have around your eye. And then you're going to take whatever you use to apply your foundation, whether it's a brush or a beauty blender, and you're going to stipple it on that edge, and it's going to blend it really nicely. I do this step every day. I love to highlight under my eyes. I find it just brightens up everything and it just makes you look more awake. Love it. And that is highlighting under your eyes. Next I like to do is we're going to bronze up. So the idea of foundation is it will give you a blank canvas. So it's evening out to your whole face. And then you kind of don't look quite right because you are just one color. So you've got to put color back into your face. And we're going to do that using deep tinted moisturizer. Looks pretty dark, doesn't it? This stuff is the best because it blends out so beautifully. It is perfect. So a little bit I squeeze out and then I work it into my brush like this. So it's really blended into my brush. What I like to do is I grab my towel, tap it just once, just so there's not a whole lot of product on there, because you can always add more, but it's a lot harder to take some away. So you want to apply this from like the top of your ear here down on the angle to the corner of your mouth, but you do not want to come past the corner of your eye, okay? Because if you start going in too close, you're going to look like you're sucking your face in. You don't want that. So you want to bring it down just there, and we're going to blend it again. So I like to apply with one brush, and then I'll use a second brush to blend it all out nicely. So this is creating shadows and it's making your face appear thinner, which I know I need that after my COVID diet. And I'm going to take it around my temple area and up to my forehead. Now it looks like a mess, doesn't it? We're going to blend it, don't worry. And then you want to also take it down to try and create a shadow on that chin and your jawline, just to make it look like you're more defined. And you want to make sure you're blending it really well because you don't want that makeup line. This step took me a while to build up to, but with practice you can get it so you don't have that makeup line. If you do happen to come in too far, too low, too high, or you're having trouble blending it, take your foundation brush and you could easily, you just go over it nice and gently and it can cover that up for you. Okay, so that is the base. Now we're going to go in with a blush. My favorite blush to use is Chocolate Cherry. This color right here. It is so perfect and it suits nearly all skin tones. What I like to do, again, I'm using 2 brushes. Apply it now. A little bit of this goes a really long way. Trust me, tiny little bit on your brush. And then what I like to do is use my nozzle from the blush tube and work it into my brush. It just makes applying it to your face so much easier. And then stipple where you want it. Now, a lot of the old-fashioned way to apply blush, smile, apples of your cheeks, and that's where people would put it. But when you relax, it actually drags that blush down, so you don't want to do that. You want to be applying your blush with a relaxed face, so you know exactly where it's going to be, because you're not smiling the whole time. And then I take a clean brush, like my second brush, and I like to blend out that line. So that is my blush. I could probably go a little bit more. Don't be afraid of blush. I used to be afraid of blush. Okay, isn't that a pretty colour? And the last step for your face base is highlighting. So highlighting, you want to highlight, if you move your face around, you can see where the light will naturally hit your face. You're going to use pearlizer. Pearlizer is the bomb. I do the same way. I squeeze that a little bit and work it into my brush. And then you're going to find where that natural light hits. And then you're going to put some of this on. Look at that glow. So I stipple it on with the top of my brush and then I use the side of my brush just to blend that out. Got that beautiful glow. We're going to get started on the eyes. So I'm so excited to use this. I have not used these colors yet. These are the new Color Surge colors. You get all 4, you get this cool little bag that comes with it. So I've got an inspiration picture that I'm going to use and I'm going to speed up the video so it doesn't take as long. But here we go. I'm going to start with Amped Up Orange. So you need 2 brushes when working with shadows. You want to have your application brush and a blending brush as well. And ShadowSense are highly pigmented. You don't need a lot, so you want to start out with a small amount and build up the color. So don't go grabbing the wand and applying it to your eye because it's just going to be too much product to blend. The way I like to do it is I like to dab it onto my brush a little bit and start just with a little bit. I will also tap that onto my towel so there's not a whole heap, and we're going to apply this up in our crease. Now I have got hooded eyes, so I create my own crease. I go above it just so my makeup is going to be seen when my eyes are open. not too sure, if you just look straight ahead, you will see where your crease is, and if you've got hooded eyes, it's hard to apply product just to the crease. So look straight ahead and just apply it just above that fold. And then you're creating your own crease. And just a back and forth. So once you've got it where you like it, you can take your blending brush if you need to and blend it. Now I'm going to build this color up slowly. So these do look mighty bright, but you can put them on really sheer. And then take whatever's left on the excess of your brush under the eye as well. So the idea is you want to be creating like almost like a cat eye we're doing with this look today. So you want to take it from your bottom lash line, and it wants to go up on that angle towards the tail of your brow. You just want to try and make sure everything's pulling up. So if we have it too far down here, it's going to make my eyes look really sad. And this color makes my eyes absolutely pop with the blue. Okay, so that is the Amped Up Orange. Now we're going to go in, I'm just going to clean my brush off. I'm going to go in with the Fiery Coral Shimmer, which is this one here. And we're going to take that just below that Amped Up Orange. These are so pretty, it's almost like a sunset. And do it slowly because it is so hard to take product off. Cream shadows are a lot different to powdered shadows, where with powder you add a lot and you blend it off. So you have about 2 minutes to work with these products before they set. So make sure you are blending before you are moving on to your next shadow or before you apply any more. I really like this color, it is so pretty. I'm just going to apply a little bit extra under my eye here. Alright, now the fun one. We're going in with, this is called Plasma Pink Shimmer. Almost looks purple to me. But I guess it could be like a hot pink. Alright, so I'm going to start out slow with this colour and see how it goes. So I'm taking this all over the lid. Sometimes when you do an eye look, it looks like an absolute mess until you have got your mascara on. So sometimes if you think it's going wrong, finish the look before you make a decision on your eye makeup, okay? Alright, we're just going to fix over this eye where I've lost a lot of that orange. I'm going to clean off my brush and we'll add the other colours back in. I use a isopropyl alcohol to clean off my brushes in between colours. It's great because it dries nearly instantly. So while that brush is drying, I might actually take a smaller brush and work on that. Little angled fluffy brush here. And this one might work a little bit better. I'm going to take the fiery, what's this one called? Fiery Coral Shimmer. Let's clean it up and then we'll see how we go. So I just take our Fuchs whites. These are fantastic and they tear really easily because you don't need much at all, just a little bit. And that way they last you a lot longer. I use our liquid remover at the end of the day. And we are going to just draw a nice straight line. And then we will go back over it with our concealer because we have taken off our foundation as well. If you do have just the liquid remover, you can just stick a cotton tip in the bottle and that will help. And then you just do a line. Concealer brush and a concealer. You could use your foundation for this as well. I just like to use the concealer. See, we're starting to get a better shape, so it's starting to look better. We can not panic so much now. I'm amazed at how blue these colours are making my eyes look. Okay, now I do need to take very small, I'm going to take my pencil brush here, because I always do this when I remove it. I always just take just that little bit too much, and then I don't get that nice straight line. I've never done a colour this bright before here. Let's give it a go. I've never done green eyeliner on the bottom, ever. So the best thing about these is it's not going to transfer because they are, once they're set, they're set. But I do want to take some more of that pink and just blend that out a bit more underneath the green. Think. Now this is not a look that I've ever done before. It's not probably a look I would do for your everyday makeup, but it's fun playing with makeup, and if I was to go to an event that required bright bold makeup, this is something I would totally do. It's definitely out of my comfort zone, but I like it. Now I am going to pair this with more of a neutral lip. I don't think I'm going to go too bold on the lip as well. Pencil liner. And I'm just going to put this on my lash line, my waterline at the top here. How's that? Didn't smudge off. First step we're going to do before we do our lips is we need to put our primer on, because our primer needs to set before we put our mascara on over the top. So we're just going to apply this to our lashes. This stuff's incredible. It makes it look like you got false lashes on. And if I haven't mentioned, our mascara has Capixyl in it, which is a lash growth serum, and it grows your lashes 46% in 4 weeks. So longer, fuller, incredible. Lips. So now we need to put a lip color on. Which lip color? I was going to go a neutral. I'm wondering if I should go something more fun. Let's stick with neutral. Could be safe. Right, so you need to shake up your SeneGence really well. Now I'm going to go 2 colors. I've taken a bit of a darker color here, and I'm going to use this to line my lips, and then I'm going to fill it in with blush. So I've got Crystal Mauve and blush. Now my lips are different sizes. It's a lot thinner on this side here than it is this side, so I do overdraw my lips just on the on that side. So 3 thin layers, but when you're lining, do your line first. And if you want your lips to appear fuller, with your Cupid's bow, do a rounded Cupid's bow. I'm only going to do 2 layers of the line. Now I'm going to fill it in with blush. So instead of just filling it in, I'm actually going to go over that line as well. 3 layers, let it dry, and while that's drying, I'm gonna take Whisper. Okay, I'm gonna gloss so I can get my lips to touch again. So by rounding off that Cupid's bow, it's giving my lips the illusion that they're bigger, and because I have overdrawn here, and you don't need to worry about it bleeding because SeneGence is completely smudge proof. It's not gonna go anywhere. You can overdraw your lips as big as you want. Alright, so our primer had enough time to dry now, so we're going to apply our mascara. So this is the non-waterproof formula. We do have waterproof as well. I just prefer the non-waterproof. You can use all three. Using all three gives you incredible volume. Now when you are applying mascara, make sure you're coming down and are coating that top side of your lashes as well. A lot of people forget to do this. I always do a few coats of mascara because it really builds up your lashes and gives you that false lashes look without wearing false lashes. I always hit my lids. Best thing I love about this eyeshadow is that if you do accidentally get mascara on, you can get the mascara off without getting the shadow on, without taking the shadow off, rather. Okay, so that's one layer. We're going to go in with a second layer as well. Now, if you are like me and you do get some folds in your lids naturally, if you haven't let the shadow set long enough before you've looked up, you might get a crease. All you've got to do is apply the colour and keep your eyes closed for a good 30 seconds for your shadow to set. So I'm going to just touch up that area in a second. And just keep my eyes closed. Alright, that is all set and quite bright. Okay, so this looks not for everybody, but I really wanted to give these new shadows a try. Now these you do not need to wear as bold. They do blend out really sheer, especially this fiery coral shimmer. That is that orangey color you can see there, where you can blend it out so it's nice and sheer. They are really pretty. They are limited edition, but we do find that they can hang around for a while, so they still might be available. Message me if you'd like to grab the whole set. You get the free bag, or if you just wanted to get one or two of them, you can buy them individually as well. So thanks for watching, and like I said, everything is completely smudge proof, and you don't need to worry about your makeup once you're done. It's going to stay put all day long. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think of the look.